Hi, my name's Zara and I am a mother of two from East Sussex. And my daughter Ava, who's 7, has 22q11. So the greatest challenge, there's been a number of them over the years. I think initially when Ava was really poorly, we were kind of stuck in it and we just kept going. And for me personally, I found that since kind of stepping out of that acute stage of her health, now when we go back to hospital for more routine appointments or we know we've got more surgery coming up, I find personally my anxiety becomes more heightened. So I'm having to deal with that with a lot of kind of capturing or recognising intrusive thoughts, self-compassion, and grounding, and reminding myself of quite how far we've come in Ava's journey, and we are by no means where we were before. I think the most notable difference for us as a family is we'll be able to be as spontaneous as what we once were. Ava will have a lot of questions around any changes to her routine. She likes to have a plan. As much as she loves an event, we need to kind of prime her with the finer details of who's going to be there, what it might look like. We also need to be aware of any kind of loud noises or overstimulation, because that will upset her. So I found out about the Max Appeal via a leaflet, I think, during one of our hospital stays, and then I subsequently found them on Google. And it was a really lucky find, I felt, because I was able to get a real kind of sense of what the future might be like for Ava and kind of just learn about the condition itself. And they sent me a census document which is just filled to the brim with information from professional contributions, and it's become a real guidebook for me actually. So I'm part of several support groups via Facebook. They are a really good forum for checking out when Ava's got different procedures, finding out other parents' experiences, offering support to parents that might be at the beginning of their journey, and you know, we're 7 years, nearly 8 years in now, so offering reassurance to them. But also I find there's some really positive stories shared from particularly the young adults, and it's something that I always keep an eye out for. It's always one of my worries of how will Ava be when she's older and what will the world be like for her. And you know, there's young adults sharing really inspiring stories about their milestones and achievements. In terms of support from the NHS and the government, NHS most certainly have saved Ava's life. The local hospital team, for all of my really lengthy stays with Ava, they were wonderful. We got to know them all by name. I had my own health complications at the time of having Ava, and they were really accommodating, really understanding. From the doctors to the nurses to the housekeepers that would make sure that I was well fed in the evenings. The lead hospital, the Evelina London, again, the most outstanding care there. Really accommodating, understanding that it's not always easy for parents to make it up to London, especially when we're not local. It's a good hour and a half by train for us, and they put on fantastic outreach clinics in both our local and then one that's a bit closer than London to us. So I think I would say to society to really take the time to find out the individual's needs themselves. 22q11 presents as such a wide spectrum of needs that it would be impossible to say we need this or we need that. So really take the time to find out what the individual's needs are and go from there. You know, 22q could be anything from physical differences and difficulties to learning difficulties. So my one tip to families that are just starting their 22q journey with their child would be, don't panic, don't go searching Google too much. It has a place, but don't rely on it. Really do reach out to charities such as the Max Appeal and the Facebook support groups, because having access to parents that can give you kind of really honest advice, that have been there, that understand how you're feeling, it's invaluable.